Charlie Bartlett, a neighbour. But the passenger's Mrs. Hamilton. Charlie must have picked her up from the airport.
She's beautiful.
Don't be nervous. How was Melbourne?
Cold and wet.
This is Gail Andrews.
Hello. Letter for you.
Angela.
I'll talk to you inside.
Thought she'd be stuck up. Want to do some more waiting?
Maybe later.
Thought you'd be in Paris.
Oh, if it hadn't been for Angela, I would be. No, I'm glad I didn't get there. Just after I got back, I received a letter from my French count. I love you forever, ma chérie, but... he threw me over for a rich American. Yanks are so vulgar about what they take home as souvenirs.
Ah, Rosie, just the person I want to see. I've heard all about your granddaughter. Now, if you think you can foist a tough little shoplifter onto the household, I'm afraid you're very much mistaken. Where's Gordon?
He's in the study. I think you should sort it out with him about Gail.
Oh, I intend to. Would you make us some coffee, please?
You don't waste any time going in for the kill, do you, darling?
Why should I?
Yes, fine. Thanks, bye.
Why is it that I can't leave this place for a few days without things going wrong?
When did you get back?
Just now, Gail has to go. Oh, I'm sure you weren't told, but she was up on a shoplifting charge when Rosie found her. I'm sorry, Gordon, she's got to go.
Of course I was told. Rosie doesn't treat me like a fool.
Are you trying to say I do?
Yes. Now shut up and listen. I've been waiting for you to get back. I've got a lot to say to you.
Not in that tone, I hope.
I didn't appreciate the insulting note you left before you rushed off to Melbourne. You seem to think that your money gives you the right to treat everybody like dirt, me included.
Oh, don't talk nonsense.
Or is there more to it than that? Have you lost interest in making our marriage work because David Palmer is fair game again?
I might have known Rosie would jump to all the most vicious conclusions.
It wasn't Rosie. When we got back together again, you said you loved me. Wanted to make up for all that had happened.
I meant that.
You have a funny way of showing it. I don't believe you have the slightest interest in our marriage anymore.
Then why do I stay?
I really don't know. But I'll tell you this much. Either you stop making trips to Melbourne and work at being my wife, or I'm not interested either.
Are you laying down your terms?
Yes. And you'll treat Rosie and Gail pleasantly. Make the girl feel wanted.
Really?
This is my house, Patricia. Either you go along with what I want, or you can pack your bags and get out.
Everything all right?
I've told Patricia that you and Gail are staying here.
I mean, is everything all right with you?
You just get yourself organized in the flat, okay?
Wow, what are you doing in this neck of the woods?
I guess I needed someone to talk to.
Well, come on in. Do you feel like a cup of tea?
Sure.
Good. So, what's the problem?
Patricia gave me a letter from Angela.
Oh.
I'm pleased about it. Pleased she's back with Rob. Well, that's basically what was in it. I don't know.
You worried about the way you feel?
Oh, no. I'm glad I'm able to relieve my conscience, I suppose. But I should be more positive about getting on with my life.
Come on. Inside while the kettle boils. Huh? Why aren't you?
I don't know.
Well, sit down. Do you feel like anything to eat?
No, thanks. And I haven't been all that interested in work. I just don't know what to do with myself.
Well, sit down, for heaven's sakes. When did you get this letter? Today? Well, don't you think you're expecting a little too much too soon? I mean, you just can't cut off the way you feel like turning off a tap. You've got to give it some time.
It's been happening over the last couple of weeks.
Well, one thing about being kingpin, my darling, you don't have to go to work if you don't want to. How's about taking the day off tomorrow and coming down the beach with me?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, the kettle. Do you feel like staying for dinner?
Okay. I don't want to get into any deep discussions with Patricia about Angela's letter. Be a good way of avoiding it.
Oh, thanks a bunch.
And, of course, I enjoy your company.
Yeah. Well, in that case, why not stay here overnight? Be silly to ride all the way back to Dural.
You're on. I want to make sure Patricia gets the message. There is no way in the world I'm going to get involved with Angela again. Want a bitsy call for the beach tomorrow?
Oh, I have no intention of swimming. You know, this might sound a little bit grand, but you are still growing up, you know.
Yeah.
So you can't come upstairs. How was your day?
Okay. Everything all right with Angela?
Yes, fine. Do you pour me a drink? A double?
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Come on.
Gordon and I had a row just after I came in.
You want to tell me?
Oh, there's been trouble for some time now, not on the surface. But it all came out. Some of the things he said to me.
Like what?
He accused me of going down to Melbourne not to see Angela and give her moral support, but to see David. Now, it didn't matter what I said, he just wouldn't believe me. Well, I know he's not himself at the moment. Money worries.
How can he have money worries?
Well, he won't let me give him a penny. I wanted to back him in a business, but he wouldn't hear of it. There must be something more to it. It's just so unlike him to...
John, good day.
Not bad.
John went early, did he?
No, I think you were late.
That's all I need.
You're in a good mood to face the day?
Boy, Howard's been on my back. What do you expect?
Any more toast?
No, thanks, Rosie.
Thanks for letting me slip away this morning.
No bother.
It's real nice of Jill to offer to help Gail. I reckon a secretarial course is the answer for her. What do you think?
Good secretaries are hard to find.
It'll take me a while to get down to Manly, but I'll be back in time to get lunch. Leave everything. I'll clean up later.
Right you are. Off you go. Don't want you speeding.
I'm not making any comment. Not in the mood for your holier-than-thou replies.
I'll take Gail if you like. Jill can pick her up from the office.
Oh, can't ask you to do that.
I'm offering, okay?
Sure you want to see her?
Wouldn't mind having a chat with her.
Oh, that's good. I'll give her a ring and let her know what's happening.
Okay. Come on.
You behave yourself now.
Thanks. She'd have probably nagged me the whole way.
Rosie's okay.
You're a lot more fun.
Thanks for coming round.
Oh, no problem. Always here when you need me.
Oh, you're not still mooning over dear Philippe, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, what happened to the old Charlie philosophy? Love 'em and leave 'em.
You can laugh, but if I hadn't put myself out to do you a favor, I think things might have been, well, more serious.
Oh, Charlie, I'm sorry. I didn't realize things were heading in that direction.
Oh, don't worry about it. Well, what really hurts is that he walked out on me. I like things to be the other way round. Anyway, enough of that. What did you want me for?
A plan.
Oh, not another one.
This one has to be done by degrees. See, I've got Gordon to the point where he's told me I either have to get my act together or get out.
Then why aren't you leaving?
Needs to be more, some sort of showdown, and it has to be in front of John so that he gets the impression Gordon's treating me badly. Then there's no way I won't have John and Angela on my side.
If you ask me, you should all be sitting down with a psychiatrist.
You don't have any children. You don't realize how important it is. If you don't want to help me, fine.
I didn't say that. I was joking.
I hope so. How do you feel about a trip to Melbourne?
Got nothing better to do. What for?
Have a little chat to Angela. You can stay at the South Yarra House, visit some friends while you're down there.
And buy out Toorak Road. Okay, when?
I'll organise your flight straight away.
Do I get time to pack?
Of course, I'll make it later this afternoon.
Fine.
Well, while you're down there, I'll bring things here to a head with Gordon. I think I know how I'll do it, too. Oh, that hideous girl Rosie brought back. She may come in very useful after all.
That word processor thing, sort of like a Space Invaders game. Have you seen it, Jill? No, you've got me. It wasn't as bad as what you thought it would be, huh? No. Di was really good. Oh, I'd left a book she gave me. Can I go and get it? Sure. Hurry. Yep. How's she getting on out at the house?
Oh, I thought she wondered what she struck at first. Mother was mother, of course. I'm doing what I can to help the kid.
Well, she is Rosie's granddaughter.
It's more than that. I've had to face up to a lot of things since we split up. I reckon I'm not the same bloke. I wanted to see you. I've been game enough to ring. Glad I got the chance today.
So am I.
Hello?
Angela, darling, is that you?
Charlie?
How did you know?
I guessed. Where are you ringing from?
The airport. I'm down here for a few days. Wondered whether you'd mind if I dropped in on my way through.
Well, no, of course not. I owe you an apology anyway.
See you as soon as I get a cab.
Fine. Bye.
Bye. I'm surprised you didn't take up your mother's offer to live in the South Yarra house. A bit more desirable than here.
Something doesn't have to cost the earth to be comfortable or pleasant, Charlie. It's probably a good thing we didn't spend too much time together. We would have been at each other's throats.
I know you've never had much time for me or the way I seem to jump from man to man. But I'm looking for someone, you know. I'm no different to anyone else. It's just that I seem to pick the wrong men. I'd better leave you to your housework.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. I didn't mean to have a go at you. Stay and have some coffee?
Well, you could twist my arm.
Right.
Your mother would never forgive me if she knew I said anything, but things aren't good between her and Gordon.
What's wrong?
A number of things, I'd say. He's being awfully unfair on her.
How?
Everything in general. Well, he's finding fault with the silliest things. Your mother's managing to cope, but believe me, it isn't easy. Lucky you're not there. Not a pleasant atmosphere at all.
Gail, are you there?
Yes, Mrs. Hamilton.
Would you come to the house straight away, please?
Okay. What does she want? You better find out. I'll wait here until you get back.
I've discussed your presence here with my husband. Obviously, you haven't had the advantages of other girls, so I thought it might be an idea if you did some part-time work around the house. It'd be very good for you to see how other people live and behave.
Thanks very much.
It's only right you earn your keep here.
I'd rather go and sweep the streets than be a damned servant.
Well, you do what Mrs. Hamilton says and no argument.
But I...
You heard. And in future, watch your tongue. Now, out to the kitchen, please. The vegetables for dinner need preparing.
Thought I'd make a contribution.
Great idea.
Jill,
Oh, yes, Gail?
you might as well go. I've got to work in the kitchen.
No, okay. I'll catch up with you soon then.
Suit yourself.
Too pleased?
Oh, no. I think she's gone off me a bit. Since I told her not to be silly about you.
Me?
She thinks you're interested in her.
A bit of a problem. Don't worry, I'll be careful how I handle it. I don't want to upset the kid.
Thanks. She's a pretty mixed-up girl.
If you do want to thank me, I'd really enjoy it if I could take you out to dinner every now and then. Nothing serious.
Oh, I'd rather not, Wayne. Thanks. Well, even if we were just friends, I know what'd happen. I'd end up listening to your problems and helping you solve them. Don't you understand? It'd be too one-sided. I don't want to get into that again. I'm sorry if I'm telling you like this, but it's better to be honest with each other. If we run into each other, that's fine. But just friends, nothing more, okay?
Think I get the message?
It's better, truly. That was a really nice thought. I'd better get going.
What's the idea of putting young Gale to work in the kitchen?
There's nothing sinister about it. I thought it might prove I trusted the girl and was willing to give her a chance to improve herself. Give her a sense of responsibility.
To be honest, I can't see you doing it out of the goodness of your heart.
Of course you wouldn't. Oh, no, not again.
Well. Two little lovebirds at it, are they?
You've had too much.
Helps, you know. You should try it sometime, Gordy. It's amazing how everything seems to feel better.
I'll leave him to you.
Well, where are you going?
The club. Here, I want to talk.
Oh, you certainly made a mess of yourself. Getting drunk doesn't solve your problems, you know.
It does tonight. I want to talk to someone.
Talk to yourself.
Why won't anyone talk to me?
Hello, Wayne. Been out?
What of it?
Nothing. Rosie's gone out too, seeing her sister.
Good.
I'm supposed to be cleaning up.
Forget those. Go back to your flat.
You look lonely.
Go home, Gail.
I thought you might want some company. I could do with some. Why don't you come out to the flat? We could have it to ourselves till Rosie comes home.
Yeah. Why not?
Come on. Big bad Rosie's not here.
Don't call her that. What do you think you're doing?
What do you like at kissing?
What do you want to find out?
What do you think? Don't get carried away, Wayne.
Oh, come on. It's what you invited me in here for, wasn't it?
Just a bit of fun.
That's all I want.
It was funny today. With Gail. Took me back.
Well, you like her?
No, not really. When I started out doing shorthand and typing, I was going to be the best executive secretary ever. Always had ambition.
You made it.
Yes. But getting married came in between. I still had ambition. Saving for the house and all that sort of stuff. When Jim died, I just kept working for the sake of it. Didn't think about anything else.
And now?
I'd like to start doing something with this place. Make it a bit more like home.
It's been great the last month or so.
Yes.
Even crossed my mind.
Go on.
Well, what would you say if I suggested we might think about living together?
Hadn't really. There's not much reason why we shouldn't, is there?
No?
Well, if you suggested it.
I think I might agree with you.
She's got a pretty funny attitude. It was sticking out a mile. She thinks it's not the right thing to do for us to live together, and here she is, waltzing around with Hal.
Half an hour ago, we're both feeling great. Don't let it spoil the night. She'll come round.
How does she think it looks? Married, walked out on a husband, and running around with another bloke. I mean, that's really normal, isn't it?
John, I thought you'd be able to handle it, even if your mother can't.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be a bit more adult about it.
Yeah, I know I should be.
Bunch of 17-year-old kid anyway. Stupid. Stupid.
Who is it?
Paul, can I come in?
What do you want?
I just got in. Thought you might feel like a chat.
Go away.
Are you all right? Hey, what's happened?
Nothing.
Why crying?
I don't want to say.
You can tell me.
Wayne, he was drunk.
Did he try anything?
I was so scared.
Did he do anything to you?
Just kiss me and hurt. He said he wanted... And then he got really angry.
Did he hurt you?
Scared me.
Just sit there and rest. A girl of 17 with the sort of problem she's got and you attack her?
I didn't attack her. She's lying.
Oh, come on. Why on earth would you want to make up a story like that?
I caught her pinching money from my wallet. She threatened me.
Oh, what?
She threatened that if I told anyone she'd go on with some stupid story about me attacking her. She's obviously panicked.
Do you expect me to believe that?
Is it true?
Were you there?
I heard enough.
She's terribly upset.
Well, you know her history. Probably had a lot of practice at performing.
I'd better go over it again with her. If it was a performance, it was a damn good one.
Thanks.
You're a fool, Wayne.
Why'd you go along with it?
Because it happens to suit me.
What are you going to do?
What you're going to do is mind your own business and stick to the story.
He's lying. Why would I want to steal anything from him? I'd be mad to.
You have stolen before.
You don't believe me either now, do you?
I didn't say that.
Then do you believe him and Mrs. Hamilton?
You have to see what they've said could make sense.
I wish I'd never come to this rotten house.
Sorry I'm late. I'll get straight on to dinner.
Rosie, there's been a bit of an upset while you were out.
Upset?
It concerns Gail. I think you'd better come in and sit down. Unfortunately, it looks as though your granddaughter has gone back to her old ways.
What's she done?
Well, she didn't get away with it, actually, but the intention was there. Wayne caught her trying to steal some money from his wallet.
Oh, no.
It's worse than that, I'm afraid.
What?
She threatened Wayne. I overheard her.
She threatened you?
If he told anyone, she'd claim he attacked her.
Oh, how dreadful.
She told Paul that Wayne did in fact attack her. It's all very unpleasant.
I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. I couldn't face anyone, not with something like that hanging over our heads. We'll be out of here first thing in the morning.
Well, it's your decision, Rosie.
I'll go and start packing.
I never felt so rotten in all my life.
There was no other way. It could have been very awkward for you. And let's face it, Rosie made the decision to leave. Had nothing to do with me.
You might as well go. I thought at least you'd believe me. Ha, fat chance.
That's enough. I know what's happened. Go and get ready for bed.
This time of night?
Do as you're told.
It isn't necessarily black and white, Rosie.
Looks that way to me.
Perhaps it isn't quite how it appears to be.
She stole before I met her, then again at the Palmers. Gotta face the fact that the girl's a little thief.
There could still be more to it.
But Wayne wouldn't have said it if it wasn't true.
People do and say amazing things when they're in trouble, Rosie.
Yes, I know, but... Oh, Wayne wouldn't lie about something as terrible as that.
And do you think Gail would?
There's no other explanation, is there?
You're an efficient little pair, aren't you?
Well trained.
I'd have you both working for me.
Oh, no, thanks.
Don't you think I'd be that bad?
No, I wouldn't want to risk it, eh, Beryl?
I'm not buying into it.
I don't know what I would have done without Beryl helping me this afternoon.
Don't be silly, it was nothing.
I'm beginning to think her modesty is just a good act. Well, I was going to continue that conversation with the young fellow who's just come back from Bahrain. Excuse me?
Well, you're only in the way here.
I can't believe how Dad. What do you think?
You don't think it was your imagination that he couldn't get on with your friends?
No, possibly, but you've had a lot to do with it.
Oh, nonsense.
No, seriously. You've convinced him my friends aren't all strange hippies, as he calls them, or arty, crafty druggies. Pity we both didn't realise we could talk to each other about a decade earlier.
Well, even though you're going overseas to study, there is every chance you'll get back every now and then, isn't there?
And Dad has quite a few trips overseas each year.
It's a shame you haven't got something you've made especially for him, something he could keep.
I can't imagine anything I did would be of the slightest interest to him.
Have you thought about it?
No.
Well, you're supposed to be creative. Put your thinking cap on.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Good.
There's only so much thinking the human brain can stand, you know, John. And you've done enough to give yours a nervous collapse.
If something's bugging me, I can't help myself. And I'm bugged about Mum and Hal.
You've made your point.
Do you blame me?
Yes, I do. It's her life, and she's an adult.
Hal's just using her, I reckon.
Oh, come on.
Look, Mum's place is back in Melbourne with Dad and the kids.
Putting her into a slot now, are we?
You know what I mean. All Hal's giving her is a sort of, I don't know, a sort of false family up here.
What?
Well, he's got his daughter here. Mum seems to like her a lot, and don't tell me Hal hasn't twigged to that.
I doubt it's crossed his mind. They met before Lindy came on the scene, remember?
Yeah, but he's using it, I bet. I tell you what, Di. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to keep my mouth shut.
Been doing pretty well tonight.
With Hal. Whether I lose my job or not, I can see it coming.
What are you going to do?
If it goes on, I'm going to have to tell him to butt out of Mum's life.
You're not going to leave, are you?
Not much choice.
I'm sorry.
You shouldn't be apologising. Her fault.
Well, yes,
I
but...
can't believe a word she says about what happened. I'm sorry, that's all.
Honestly, Rosie, last night Mr. Hamilton made it quite clear he doesn't want you to go.
Oh, I don't know. Couldn't sleep a wink for worrying.
If Mr. Hamilton wants you to stay, there is nothing to worry about.
It's not right somehow, that's all. How do I know Gail's not going to do something else?
Only if you're sure she's the one at fault.
It's two people's word, isn't it?
Only one you can trust.
I can't see why Wayne would lie to me.
Well, neither can I, but you've got to see things how they are. If Mr. Hamilton is prepared to have you both stay here, I think you should.
Oh. I'll have to mull it over. There's work to do in the kitchen. I'll try and make up my mind.
have a good whisper about me?
Gail, we are only trying to do the right thing.
As far as I'm concerned, I can't wait to get out of the job.
And if it could be sorted out?
Huh. Fat chance. No one believes you, so what's the point?
Let's see what happens, eh?
Thought you might have still been asleep.
Darling, it was such a boring night. I was in bed by 11 with a book.
How did things go with Angela?
Managed to see it enough, I think.
Had a spot of luck up here last night. Could mean things coming to a head today. Might be having dinner with you down there tonight.
I do hope you know what you're doing.
Well, of course I know what I'm doing. It's just a matter of things turning out the right way. I think I hear Gordon coming. I'll call you later.
Bye.
Morning, darling. I didn't hear you come in last night.
You must have gone to bed early.
Looks like the club wasn't the answer.
Don't try small talk, Patricia.
Well, wasn't it? Just...
Paul was still up when I arrived home.
Oh, I see.
Yes, you see. Now, what's all this nonsense about Rosie leaving? I'd like an explanation.
I thought you might need a hand clearing up.
Well, I wasn't going to bother for an hour or so.
It's a wonder you're not still in bed.
Haven't been to bed.
Well, it didn't go on that long, did it?
Oh, no, there were three determined to finish an in-depth discussion on life. And by the time they had, they discovered they were no closer to the answer, and it was 6:30.
Oh, it's dreadful.
Oh, no. Don't know whether I was tired or excited. But I decided it was night she's going to bed, so I went out.
Well, where did you go at that time?
Well, it's your fault, you and your bright idea about getting Dad something.
Oh, really? What have you done?
I took this.
A photo of the Rambo building?
Well, I could hardly sit out there drawing it, could I?
Oh, you're going to do a sketch for him?
Charcoal. Well, at least it's something he's interested in.
I think he'll love it. He'll probably think you're setting it up, too.
Well, I am. I'd like you to be there when I give it to him.
Of course. Will you get it done in time?
Sure.
All right, you get stuck into that. I'll get stuck into these.
I believe in helping to clean up my own mess.
That makes a nice change. Come on, it won't take long.
It wasn't my suggestion that she go, you know. It was Rosie's idea. And for once, I agree with her. She should never have been allowed to bring that girl back here in the first place. Well, does she go?
No, I'm not backing down this time, Patricia. They both stay.
You're trying to drive me out, aren't you? You're trying to make it so uncomfortable for me here that I'll have no choice.
Oh, for God's sake.
All I am asking you to do is take my word against that child's. I mean, we don't know anything about her. We don't know what she's been up to. Apart from shoplifting, of course. She could have been involved in anything.
I had a long talk to Paul last night. Now, he didn't make any accusations, but I got the distinct feeling that he thinks there's at least some truth in the girl's story. All I want to do is hear both sides, and if you don't like it, that's too damn bad. You'd be better off moving out. I've put up with enough, Patricia. I'm not putting up with any more. Frankly, life would be a damn sight easier if you weren't around.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, it's really wonderful. I have tried my damnedest to keep this marriage together. I've put up with your sulking and your small-minded attitudes. And you're prepared to throw the whole thing away because of a stupid situation with a girl we don't even know. It really makes me feel wanted.
Feel what you like. That's the way it is.
Maybe the reasons are a little deeper. Perhaps we've spent too much time together. Because you haven't been working. I've been here too much. What if I went down to James's house for a while? Maybe the break would enable us to cope with things a little better.
Don't talk nonsense. You know damned well that's not the answer. Oh, if you want an ultimatum, you go to Melbourne. If you do go, don't bother coming back.
You can't possibly mean that.
Try me. And don't think I'm going to lose any sleep if you do go.
Oh, I know what's behind it all. I know exactly why you don't want me anymore. It's Barbara Armstrong. It's been me against her, and she's won.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's all right, Gordon. At least I know where I stand. John, I'm sorry, but I won't be here when you get back from work this afternoon.
I heard some of it.
Don't want to talk about it. I'll be in touch when I've settled in Melbourne. Thanks for meeting me.
Are you sure you've done the right thing?
Positive. John overhearing came at exactly the right time. There's no doubt he's on my side. And with your groundwork, I can't see any problems with Angela.
Sometimes I think you've done a deal with the devil.
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
I took it for granted you wouldn't need any more help from me, so I booked my luggage in. I'm on the next flight back home. You didn't want to cramp your style with David. That is where you're going, isn't it?
What do you think?
Good luck.
Thanks for your help. Bye. There's more to it, of course.
I wouldn't have thought Gordon would go that far. You going to the house? I'll give you a lift. Tell me everything then.
Thanks, David.
Palmer! You off?
Yeah, why?
These pets going to stay there till tomorrow.
They're okay?
The truck's blocking the way. They should have been moved before your men knocked off.
Bit late now, isn't it?
Not good enough.
If it's going to bother you that much, I'll do it myself. Few minutes, Paul.
It's not good enough, you know. You haven't organised your men properly. They should have done that before they left.
All right, you made your point.
You might not answer to me now, Palmer, but you've got a hell of a lot to learn.
Push off, mate, and let me get off.
Well, I'll be blowed.
Marvellous, isn't it?
Are you sure it's accurate?
Oh, go on. Pick holes in it.
No, it's good. It's very good. Did you have a hand in this?
Not the idea, but the thought.
Then I have both of you to thank.
No, Dad. We've got Beryl to thank.
Oh, don't be silly.
No, she's right, Beryl. But if it hadn't been for you, Lindy and I might never have realized what good friends we are.
Hate to see the other guy.
I think she's a comedian. Well, come and sit down while we organise a cuppa.
Lynn's way ahead of you. She put the kettle on the moment we heard you pull up.
Hi.
That's service for you. I'm afraid I'm going to be a bit of a nuisance for a while.
Oh, I'll manage. We'll all pitch in and help.
Well, I'd like to help too, if that's all right. You see, Gordon and I have separated. So I'll be living down here for a while. Have plenty of time on my hands.
That's good of you to offer, Pat. I won't be able to drive, so if you could drop me off at the physio...
I'd be happy to. If you like, I can pop in here each day and see if there's anything I can do for you.
Oh, it would be a help.
I'll make the tea.
Are you and Mr. Hamilton getting a divorce?
Kevin.
It's all right. It's a perfectly natural question. We haven't discussed it yet.
I'll go. Thanks.
Oh, I think he's getting a cold. I'll have to take him to the clinic tomorrow.
Would you like me to drive you?
Oh, that'd be terrific. It's been so windy lately, I've been worried about taking him on public transport.
I'll bring some food as well, save you having to worry about dinner.
Oh, that'd be great.
You're lucky Pat's willing to put herself out to help.
Yeah.
Sorry I woke you.
Oh, don't apologise. You brought me the best news I've had in years. I'd love to have been a fly on the wall when Gordon told Patricia to pack her bags and leave.
He seems more relaxed without her around.
He won't look back now. I wish I could congratulate him in person. Oh, well, not to worry. But Rosie's pleased.
She's got too much on her mind. Girls too missing.
Still, Did she have much money?
About $8.
Oh, that won't go far. Doesn't Rosie have any idea where she might be?
She finally had to go in and go to the police. She's down there now.
Oh, of course. The girl was released into her custody.
Well, that's why she called off going to the police. Well, the shoplifting was her second offence. She's scared I'll put Gail in a home.
What a mess.
Yeah.
Do you believe Wayne?
I wouldn't. Well, Gail seemed so genuine, but Patricia backed up his story.
Oh, the way she feels about Rosie, it seems to be like a good idea of how to get rid of her.
Well, Rosie did offer to go. Gordon stopped her. Oh, but surely she wouldn't...
I've seen her lie and scheme for years. There is nothing she wouldn't do to get her own way.
Oh, but that'd turn her into
Come on, I thought you had her number.
I should have stuck up for the kid. But there was nothing concrete to back up a story.
It's a pity you didn't know Wayne's track record. He got drunk once and tried to force himself onto Jill. In fact, he tried to get on side with her again the other day, and Jill told him where to get off.
So he got drunk again and tried it on with Gail.
Makes sense.
He won't get away with it.
Oh, there's no way he's going to admit it now.
We'll see.
Isn't it a gorgeous day?
You say so?
Cheer up. You'll make it through your 2 weeks trial if you try hard enough. Hi.
Hi. Sorry I was such a wet blanket last night.
It's all right. I know you worry about your family.
Hey, what, Chet? You're lucky I didn't run you down. I'm just in the mood. Get back in your car. We're going home, and you're going to tell Rosie you lied through your teeth about Gail. You're off your head. I know what happened with Jill. When she turned you down, I guess it was a case of any girl will do, right?
What happened with Jill's got nothing to do with it. That little tramp stole from me. She's damn lucky I didn't bring in the police.
Well, why didn't you? You've done everything else you can to hurt Rosie, and you're supposed to care about her.
She knows I don't blame her. She's a hell of a lot better off without Gail around. I knew that kid was trouble right from the start.
If you don't do the decent thing, I'll make you. Either you admit to what you've done, or I'll have you sacked. Today.
Hal gave me 2 weeks.
I can soon change that.
Okay. On one condition, you tell Hal to forget about the trial bit. He has to take me on.
All right. Let's go.
Now?
Now. Rosie! Rosie! Rosie!
She isn't back from the police station yet. What are you doing here?
Why don't you tell him? I'll leave you to it.
Well, I wanted to see Rosie.
Why?
It's personal.
It's Gail, you lied.
It wasn't my fault, Dad. She led me on, honest. Don't even get a chance to put my side of it.
There's no way you can excuse what you did to Rosie. Obviously, you wouldn't be owning up now if it wasn't for Paul. Oh, I don't know, you disgust me.
I didn't mean to hurt Rosie.
You could see what it was doing to her.
I didn't want to turn her against me. She's the only one that's ever cared about me. When she finds out, I won't even have her.
Oh, stop feeling sorry for yourself.
You've never given a damn about me, have you?
Just been to see David.
How is he?
Oh, he's fine. Told him he looks very dashing in his sling.
He needs cheering up.
John told me to cheer you up, too.
John?
Yeah, he rang. He's very upset about the way Daddy's been treating you.
Oh, I'll be fine as long as I keep busy.
Why didn't you tell me he virtually threw you out?
Brought it on myself. Should never have mentioned Barbara Armstrong.
What's she got to do with it?
She had an affair with your father. It happened while I was in Hawaii. Well, he denied it, of course, but he only had to see the two of them together. Almost broke up our marriage. But I have you to thank for keeping us together that time. Gordon didn't want to spoil your wedding day, so he finally agreed to give it one more try. But he's just been going through the motions.
You don't have to talk about it if it upsets you.
Actually, it's a relief to be able to. I promised myself that I wouldn't let it get to me, but I tried so hard to lose him now.
Come to his senses.
He's made it very clear that it's over. Still, I've got you and John.
That's for sure.
Oh, come on, let me do that.
Come on, I'm doing all right.
You'll still be at it next year.
No, come on.
Yes, you will. Don't give it to...
Come on.
I thought your back would be too bad for that.
Ready? Oh, what are you doing home?
Got the essay I have to hand in this afternoon.
Oh, that's what you get for not concentrating on your work.
Bit hard lately.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
Well, you will stop and have dinner with us.
I'd like to, but...
Look, if it's good enough for you to buy all these things, it's good enough for you to share them with us.
Looks like I'm staying.
Could you put the food in the fridge for me?
Yeah, sure.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, bye.
Bye.
Pat.
Raw mushroom salad. Don't think I'll be having any of that.
Why? Because Pat bought them?
I haven't said a word to her.
You didn't have to.
I can't help it if I don't like her.
You're not giving her a fair chance.
And why should I? I don't like her around here, and neither should you. You know how Mum feels about her?
Your mother isn't here anymore.
Yeah, and she's not likely to come back while she's around.
Look, you're kidding yourself if you reckon she's going to come back. She's got herself a job and she's running around with another bloke, but I don't see you having a go to her. If I got your ass... Yes, sir.